Greetings, greetings, all divine beings. It is Witchy Poo coming back to you with another video. And if you are feeling kind, please keep the subscribes coming along, guys. I thank you. So to keep going with the One Direction Tarot series, I thought we were kind of finished, but we're not. That is clear, all right? We are going to get into Geoff Payne. I don't know if it's Geoff, I don't know if it's Geoff, or if it's just Geoff. So we're going to call this young man Mr. Payne just to show respect. He is the father of Liam, and apparently he was the one that was the first guy, their family member, period, just to get to Argentina when all of this happened. He made sure that he was there. And so without further delay, we're just going to find out what's going on with this whole estate. Did they have a good relationship? The mother's zodiac is not listed. However, after further research, she may be a Gemini, and that's just on a humbug, okay? That's just on a whim. And so if she comes up as a Gemini, fine. If she comes up as a Virgo, we'll leave there. But we're just, she's unlisted and I could not find it, but we are going to do Mr. Payne here. Thank you for being a part of the tribe. He is a Sagittarius. Let me through the door, guy. Whoa. I didn't like the way that picked up. In the future, we have the Three of Swords. These are thoughts, and these are repressing feelings. These are repressing things that may be hidden, whether it was aggression, how you really felt, or releasing some sort of pain because you didn't, something was cut off here where you really didn't get to know a person. I have another deck here. We're going to use the Dragon Tarot deck. I haven't used this, honestly. I don't believe in a while since the Blue Face reading. So we're going to try that again and use this deck to see what we get. Past is very thin. Spirits. Sign symbols, downloads, and messages. Do we have... Thank you for the likes instantly, guys. For Geoff, Geoff Payne, the Sagittarius, Mr. Payne, Liam's dad. All right, first card we have. There is a three-party situation that is here. 3 has popped out twice. And you know that the windows to the soul is through the eyes. There's teamwork here and an effort. Whether it's him, the father, encouraging Liam to have a musical talent, taking him to practice, whatever this is, it seems like there's an effort here in the past tense. All right, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Definitely an effort, but it also feels that there's a lot of superficial shit behind it, okay? So he may have just always been seeing him as somebody who's going to get him out of a struggle or difficult situation. We do have the Four of Cups, so more feelings are in the past and now in the future. I'm feeling like this is negativity over some sort of awareness. Whether, you know, somebody was suffering from an illness in the family or somebody just really wasn't as healthy. It just seems that it's just here because of some sort of acceptance, not really a retreat, not really something that's pleasantry. And then we have the Sun in reverse. This is Leo energy, and this is also some sort of blocked happiness or a big ego. Now, the father could have come through with that because there's 2 sons here now, okay? 2 sons in this setting. Father is really big in an ego trip. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, and money has a lot to do with it. He may have missed a chance of being some sort of star or singer when he was younger, and he really wanted Liam to have this, or his money too at that. Final card is the Empress, and this is Taurus energy. It's a lot of sensations of what coming through. What does this mean, please? What are we talking about when it comes to the Three of Cups in the past tense with Mr. Payne and Liam in the connection? All right, there's the Star. Mr. Payne may have been some sort of person who just didn't make a cut. And now that he has a son, he was going to be making sure that something was going to be well worth. There's money again. 3 of Pentacles, the world, and then we've got the star. So when I told you in reverse, this young man may have been once upon a time trying to be what Liam was. He never could. There is some sort of lack of faith, maybe just in this creativity, connections, family. There's a lack of faith, and also being inspired by Liam in some way. He definitely was. And he also shared some sort of effort with him in the past that family didn't know about. It was kind of separated from them. He seemed like he was always hard, but he wanted him to be some sort of higher realm, some sort of higher person, because he didn't have success here. But success is all over with the world that it happened for Liam. So I'm feeling like he got some sort of achievement just by seeing. That's why these eyes are here. He got to see him do this. He got to live in person and really go through it and experience. I can't do anything without my literary witches deck. This is available on Amazon. I'm sure you'll go get it. Confirm everything if you will, please. All right, Wildflower. So when I told you that he dreamed, he once felt that he could be, that's exactly what is coming through in the past tense. But in reality, like, he was awakened. He was awakened by Liam having this talent or being picked. So this gave him new life, new energy to feel different. All right, now we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. What is this about? In the present tense, there is money that's missed because it's just not there to, it's not ours. It's not Mr. Payne's. And so because Liam didn't get some sort of thing in order, you would think as his father, he would make sure that something was set up straight. But see, obviously there's some material instability that Liam knew about either way. You got the Lovers in reverse. You got the Eight of Cups, more feelings. Five of Swords. Three of Wands is all over this. Three is the number when it comes to this reading. Not once, not twice, but this is the third time. Not even counting down here, right? The Empress. So when we're looking at this number 3, we got to know creativity and collaboration is a big thing. His father always encouraged him to do something that was regarding the group, or to kind of just go along, but he never told him what was right when it came to something that could be a benefit. He was lacking some sort of thought process in the future to help him. So this is obviously because an effort stopped in the immediate because of trust issues. So this money or whatever Liam gave these people, his family, it was very minuscule. They've got a big problem with what they didn't kind of invest in here. And because they've made bad choices, because they've got a lot of things that they didn't plan for, you got more feelings involved of somebody just not so much lazy. They're just in poverty all the time. They've always been, because of some sort of job or some sort of thing they really didn't want to do in life. This is still in the present tense. And then with this Five of Swords, there's some sort of inability to kind of not have resentments. Rosie, keep it down, please. He's got a lot of past resentments, whether this is the family connection that he ended up having with him, somebody's being ill, somebody's sick, or the fact that there's just an inability to reconcile. Reconcile what? What's the reconciliation here, please? Hi. So this is about Tishar. Today we are doing Liam Payne's father. So the soul is here is something that's just not right, and Liam knew about it, and money is definitely on the line with Mr. Payne and him not being financially responsible for some reason. Then you got the Ten of Swords in reverse to confirm everything, these thoughts and actions. He never learned some sort of lesson, or he has relapse. I don't know if he drinks. I don't know what he does. But their money was given and nobody was responsible for what they did. And this is why they weren't responsible to tell him what he needed to do as far as like this power of attorney, these wills, living affidavits, things like that. Now, because I got some sick energy in here of like health in the Four of Cups, this really makes me feel that They've accepted something that was told to them long before and they knew about. May just been told to shut up. What's the acceptance in the future? You got the King of Cups. More feelings. Somebody is just too happy with something. In the Knight and then the Emperor. You got somebody who feels that they're a mediator of some sort, or they have the power to speak up and do things that they were not given the power to do before. And if you have that, then you can come in with grace, even though something big is on a sort of attack. You can also see that you've got Aries energy here that wants some sort of power, excessively doing shit. Very stubborn. What's the excessive power? I'll come back to this one. What's the excessive power, please, with Mr. Payne in the future? The fate of this boy. What is going on? What's the fate? Abuse of power and the fate of what? What does that mean? Please, please, please help me see. Of what could be given to him constantly. This man lived in an illusion, like a fantasy world. And he may have made a lot of decisions, gambling. There's something here that just doesn't feel of worth, and he had it before. So his faith is exactly where he is as far as not being a part of Liam's estate or will. This investigator here may have came and talked to him about this. There's somebody that's letting him know exactly what's going on when it came to the money flow because of his bad choices or his indecisiveness. Sure, he's reliable. Reliable. What does that mean, Mr. Payne being reliable still? You got the full Aries energy and the Page of Wands. So this man is just completely, I don't mean to be rude, a little stupid here. He does naive things, and that may have got on Liam's nerves or the group or a game he sort of was playing when it came to creativity or getting in some sort of lane. See that black and white checkerboard? He doesn't belong in that, but he may have tried in some way, and he's just not being reciprocated. That goes down, okay? Because he has a lot of self-limiting beliefs, he may have pushed that on to Liam in some way, and that became self-distracting. That disrupted peace. And then if you're not having the support of the love of the father like you used to, this is where a lot of blocked ego and a lot of blocked energy comes in. So then you get blocked happiness too because of the oppression. What's happening here in the past with the son? Liam's father. You got the Two of Swords, Temperance. Well, there he fucking is. There he is. There he is. And then also Capricorn has popped up. Now, I want to say this. Because this investigator, this man, there's somebody here that's working and playing both sides of the fence. We're going to get back to him. If I tried to sneak out without doing it, please click me in the comments. Here we go with the Temperance, okay? This man indulges in things that are extreme and reckless. So he was not going to be a part of anything when it came to the grandchild, Cheryl, or Liam in the end, okay? So he didn't know that this was going to happen already being predicted, okay? Because he was reckless in doing something that is excessive, that creates an addiction and type energy. You're not going to enable somebody that's constantly spending up, looking for money all the time. Once you got it, you got to invest and do what's right. But see, Liam was stuck in the middle over some denial. This man, this father became stale, and it's just like it wasn't supposed to happen. But he did this to himself. He did this to himself, and it was all about vulnerability and not relaxing here. Like poking the bear, literally poking something here. And this kind of, his addiction, his outbursts, his excess, something is not balancing out with the death card. That's what changed Liam's. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Gratitude, Spirits. when you want somebody to change out of their ignorant, senile, silly ways, over 50, for fucking forget about it, okay? The transition will never happen. But if you give somebody a chance, like new money, new methods, they can have new beginnings. But he wasn't letting go of something. This is why he's not clear on money. He's not clear on what should have been done. Hands itching right now. The right one. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me about this man that came to see Liam's father or have some sort of connection. Ace of Pentacles again. Ace of Pentacles again. Thank you, Spirit. 2 Ace of Pentacles in the present. Let me draw one more. Shits and giggles. Then the 8 of Swords in reverse. So he goes, or this man came to him. He went to him. Somebody went to who to find help. Okay, so whoever this investigator, whoever this man is a part of the team or the industry, he knows about all of this, and he may have went to try to find help with him. He also has some sort of mental health issues that I think is what's causing him to always do something in excess where he can't invest in a new opportunity and do what's right here. Because he had plenty of resources and plenty of prosperity, but he didn't do what was right because he's just not clear. He's not clear in the head. Failure is all over this. He wasn't getting recognition anymore from Liam. This is his fall from grace from not having some previous past achievement. But things started to go downhill here when it should have been upheaval. It should have been upright. Parents get jealous too, just like the next girl and the next guy. Parents are the worst ones when it comes to jealousy. There's the moon. Cancer, the truth is being illuminated to you at this time. But it's for you to understand there is a secret that really needs to be unveiled. And it's hidden. It's hidden very blind. Why do we have the Empress here? Oh. Empress, why do we have this? What's the secret that needs to be unveiled? What's going on with the beauty and the art? He loved Liam. That's no lie. He loved everything about this, but there's still some judgment on the side. And there's also understanding that he didn't like the energy that he gave to him once he made it big, once he didn't give what he wanted. Okay. This man just may have an addiction that all parents, somebody's caught up in something where they don't know when to quit. We're not going to say that everybody's not perfect. We're just not perfect, okay, as parents. But this man, when it came to the energy of some sort of passion, it started to lack here in the future, and it did it drastically. Liam started to see that this monster only wanted a connection to have something come to him over and over again because of his talent and because of his skill. Liam's, okay? So because Virgo energy is here, this could be his mother. I'm not going there because this is about Mr. Payne and Liam. But I need you to see the choices of self-loathing that really Liam was over it. So definitely the ties that was cut off was not as strong as it should have been when he was a kid. Because this man was unwilling to learn something because of an addiction. And even if he tried to learn over and over again, he still was just asking for forgiveness. Or please forgive me. I will just one more loan, one more big amount. Or taking money, doing something they had no business doing. And that is a challenge to want to keep accepting in your life from a family member that's ignorant and don't want to try a new method at any time, okay? They don't want to try anything new because they want what they want and they want it given and handed. Pooh. This man just feels like there's judgment again twice in the end. Thank you. Thank you. He could not learn lessons. And not to sit here and make this man a tyrant. It's not coming in. People just have problems and they have addictions they are struggling to get out of. But this all comes from an unwillingness to help self. To help self, and help was given 10 times over before here. There's the rabbit. He likes to take advances. He likes to take chances and leaps. It's a thrill. It's a rush, but it's something that it didn't need to be bothered with Liam. It just created tension, not peace, okay? And this is definitely what Liam tried to avoid, was just being hopped on, humped and used for money. That's all he was ended up being for.